right, you guys, what's up? Welcome back to The Infected. I was just trying to sleep to get to morning to start an episode, and I got another Horde event active. 6 Vambus. 6 Vambus. I think last time I stood outside, I want to wait in here for a second. So I looked up since the last episode when we got the truck. There's some things that we need to make, but I'm a little light on parts, so I guess we'll try and make something. There's been some things, this clay soil. I'm hoping I don't need to make one of those. I've been throwing the clay soil away. I'm hoping I don't need that for the... Okay, that guy's going around to the most annoying spot in the world. Oh, geez, he just broke something. What the... Okay, so their little horde event leaves something to be desired. I think they're going inside my house right now, trying to break my bed. 2 of them ran over there. I can hear them breaking my bed, I think. Oh, shoot, what is that? What are they breaking? Oh, jeez, they went from inside out. Guess I shouldn't have left my gate open. Lady, get off the spikes. All right, well, look at this. They ran in through my gate, 2 of them. They came over here, easily broke their way out. Oh my God, that stuff's actually not that durable. Should have closed my gate, I guess. I figured they were all going to run for their little spot over there, that stupid little spot. Anyway, I ate my stew, so I'm up to 103 health now. I'd like to go look for some bacon. Let's see what kind of damage these guys did. They did a lot of damage. Alright, well. We saw the damage they did here. About over here. It sounded like they broke stuff right away down here, too. Hard to tell. I actually put a couple layers down here where they kept hitting, and like, why not, right? They're all going to run for the same dang spot. But this one here, they could actually breach here real easily now. Okay, let's take a look at what I looked at the end of last episode. So, this oil distiller, so it's used to create gas cans. That's what I'm going to need for the truck, I imagine. Requires 5 oil cans to start the distillation process. 20 iron, 3 aluminum, 3 plastic, 8 planks. And then the garage, it's kind of cool what they say. It's a place to park your truck, but if you interact with it, it will teleport your truck into it if your truck gets stuck or something. So that's nice. 90 cement. We still don't know like how costly the cement is to make. Dried brick, 60 dried brick. I've made 50 dried brick before. It's not that big of a deal. But it also requires 60 clay. So that's 6 clay stones because they give you 10 clay each. And I think I could easily find those in those desert areas. And then you got the greenhouse, the water house. Again, I think this is going to get me water from like the lake to my area some way, somehow. I'm not 100% sure. Here's the mixer, probably for concrete, and then a stone grinder, which will give you sand. Look, you drop a stone, 2 stones on a workbench, it gives you 10 sand. But this gives you 10 sand and 2 fragments per stone every 25 seconds. So, and it looks like it has its own little rock storage thing to put here. So, and plus I got to move my aluminum mineral extractor. It's not 100% necessary right now. I'm thinking that maybe this might be the most important thing to get fuel. And then this is for something I want to test out. See how big this thing is. It's not that big. This would be a good spot for it if I move that torch. Oh, I guess I can put it there. Okay, 20 iron ingots. Well, I just happen to have 20. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20! 20 ingots. Okay, I need plastic and planks. I don't think I have 3 plastic, but I might be able to make some now. What did it say? 3 aluminum? 3 aluminiums? Yep. 8 planks. Okay, and then 3 plastic. So the yeah, do you like my spear now, lady? Ooh, nailed it. Or those screws. I think those are screws. What was I going to get? Plastic. I have 1 plastic. Screws. 22 screws. Copper. Where did I get this from? Oh, probably from killing those on the little horde event. A copper and an aluminum. All right, so let's grab one of these and do this and do this and do this, this, and this. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start doing more stone because I just used another 20 ingots. So we'll get our ingots going again. Don't be such an ingot. Okay, plastic. So we need bark chips. I need 10 split in half. I need 10 of those. Wait. That's going to make 2 oil cans. No. My math is completely incorrect. Let's see what we have in the way of oil cans. 15? Oh, we had 8 before we went and got the truck, right? We had 8 before we went and got the truck. That's right. Okay, I'm like, how did it get to 15? All right, so 1, 2, 3. Split in half. Split in half. 1 plastic. 1. Yeah, I was right. What was I thinking? 1, 2, 3. I said we only needed these 2. We only needed 10 bark chips to get to 3. So yeah, I was right. Man, it's right the first time. All right, bark chips and 9 oil, and I think didn't we need 5 oil to kick in the distillation? Distillation? Is that even a word? Oh, somebody's thirsty. Drink. What did I just hear? Okay. Oh, up here. 5 oil cans to start. And some coal. First time I made this thing, so bear with me. So 5 oil cans to start. And then we got to fire it up. So it's almost like we're cooking this oil and letting it run off and make gasoline. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Well, look, I guess you just run this thing, right? And you, because then when you need fuel, you got fuel. Don't take off without enough fuel. All right, that thing's pretty cool. So it's gonna do its little jobby. It's gonna do its jobby. What do we need? Let's see. I wanted to make look at the furniture. Food. Provides clean water. Interesting. I'm like, whoa. I was thinking for a second, what the heck would I want a sink for? But apparently, I would imagine if you put a sink in your house and you run water to it from the water house, it's going to clean the water for you, so no more boiling water. That's what I'm guessing with that one. Power, storage, we know all this stuff. Workbenches. Okay, so other. What do we want to make next? We've got this. We've got this. We've got this. We've got this. We've got two of these. We don't have this. We don't have this. We don't have this. This, I might actually, if constructed and powered, mineral extractors will have their fuel directly pumped into them. Is that all this is for? To automate your, so you don't have to use the biofuel anymore? 150 power requirement though. I think I only have 100 or 120 maybe. I have 120 available. All right, cool. So that could be something down the line. So we don't have this, don't have this. We got this. We don't have this, don't really care about this. We have this, no, 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 and no. Stone grinder, I'll probably make that maybe afterwards. I'm thinking doing the mixer. 4 electrical, 4 mechanical, another 20 iron ingots, and 10 screws. Because I'm curious to know what it takes to make this stuff. Put it right here. Screws, iron ingots, mechanical, and electrical. $22 screws. Okay, 20 ingots. Man, I thought I was like, yeah, I'm doing really good with all these ingots, but no, not so good. It's like this game is never ending, melting rocks into fragments. Do those two. All right, we have 1 copper, 1 aluminum, and 1 iron. Oh, copper's full right now, so there's that. Do another aluminum, and I need 20 ingots. So this whole thing here is 20. If I put this on here, we'll just grab all these up. That way I don't have to count it out like an idiot. I'm curious, what is this going to do? Enter name. Connect to a power source. Ah, did it say it needed power? Accept. Add sand, add clay. So it's sand and clay. I didn't pay attention to that. 40 power. 40 power. Ah. Yeah, I don't have enough aluminum to make another wind turbine right now. And what happens is if I run the cable over, knowing that I should place it over here, because the cable will end up running across, the ground, whatever. Doesn't like this angle though. I can put it right here. Kind of goofy looking. Do 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 do. Wump, bum, bum, bum. Okay, so we take our upgrade tool, right? And we go. No. Pull wire to here. No. From here? Yeah, there we go. No wire in inventory. What? Forgot to grab the wire. Derp! Derpity derp 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 derp. Alright, so this is a junction box to there. So you can see I've got this thing going to the junction box, then from the junction box to the oil extractor and to the cement. I'll take that off. You can see, so this cable here would have run right across all this, which would have looked really stupid. Now, So because the junction box is on, here's where you toggle that. You could toggle that junction box from in here, right here, and then because I only have the oil extractor on it, the oil extractor actually takes 100 power. So I've got 20 in reserve, but this one here takes 40. So if I powered it up, it's probably gonna it almost like flips this breaker and it will shut them both off. But now we know sand and clay. I want to test my theory again real quick. 1, 2. If I take 2 stone onto the bench here, that gives you 10 sand. So for every 2 stone, you get 10 sand, right? And clay. So I guess we could take this right now. I'll see if it shuts it off. I can just delete the wire or not have anything in here. Okay, so 3 minutes per batch. I'm going to stay in this GUI right now. He said GUI, graphical user interface. I'll stay in the GUI and see if it kicks off. Actually, let's see what this is saying. Minus 20. That one's still going. Okay, so it's using my battery storage right now. So when the battery storage gets to 0, the regular power it'll shut everything off. So I might have enough time. See that glitch for a second there? I mean, these things, look, in the power category, I had talked about this before. Yes, this thing does 40. It does double this, but this is 20 steady power. This is only 40 during peak output, right? It's a little bit cheaper to make. It's a little bit cheaper to make the solar panel, but it's not steady power. So you almost want like a wind farm of these guys. Hey, look at that guy over there. So what I was doing at the village, I'd see him, I'd just rush him. I would just rush him, and I was getting a decent amount of ore from him, you know? All right, let's do this. Sharpen my spear back up. Perfect. A minute left on that. I didn't see how many oil cans were in there. It looks like it's... Is it slowly going down? 55, 54. It is. It's slowly going down. So theoretically, I could mix concrete without having to make another thing. As long as I only mix like a batch, then let this store get built back up. So it's going to build back up at the same rate that it's taking it, because I'm minus 20 and it's only going to be plus 20. Right, because this is using 100 over here, so it would increase back at the same rate. We'll see what this makes, and if it makes something, I'll go ahead and upgrade. It's like this wooden foundation, upgrade to concrete corner foundation, 12 cements for one foundation, and the wall is, oh, look at that. Okay, so the walls are brick, 16 dried bricks for a wall. And then the foundation is 12 cements. Interesting. So, yeah, I wonder what that's going to look like. Might be really ugly. So we got from 10 and 10, we ended up with 10 cement. And I said it takes 12, which that sucks because they made it an off number from a natural mixture. Cool. Well, now we know what we're working with there. Put the wires back. All right, we got 2 iron ingots. We'll start refilling our thingies. One of those. Get some stone. I'm thinking about, let's take off on a little adventure in the truck. I don't know why I grabbed so many right now. Got a little carried away. Let's see how our fuel's doing. Oh, look at that. So we've got used to fuel up vehicles. We've got one gas can, but look at that. You got to get the oil going, so maybe that's where that oil pump comes in. Because that's, I think it said 5 to start it. Here's 3. I don't know if 3 will, it's like 5 to start it. Can you just add, oh yeah. No. Nope, you need 5. It said 5 to start it. I guess they meant to start it each time. So 5 is a lot. That takes a long time for that to create 5. That means that's where this oil pump's going to come into play. This guy. 20 mechanical, 20 electrical, 50 iron, and 20 steel. That is no joke. But it's expensive because not only will it hopefully produce oil. Look, it doesn't say it produces oil cans, though. It says it will directly power the mineral extractors. I'd have to look that up. That's way too expensive to take a chance on it doing that. Yeah, you got anything for me there with your little carving tool? Yeah, he did. He had something for me. Go check on our aluminum. All right, so we got 5 and 5. Oh, 5. Okay. The iron actually goes really fast. While I was waiting, another thing, while I was, getting stone, getting wood, waiting on these things, I was doing this. I went out and got all those stones. I actually filled those things up twice and just kept doing this. It goes pretty fast. Got in a little groove. All right. Put these in here for now. So I put my screws back. Hey, those go there. Okay. Water. 60 left in there. Actually, kind of hungry right now. It would be good. Can we find an animal to kill? We saw a bear here last time. Seems like a bear seems to roam in this general area. Excuse me, and I also saw one over here that I killed. I like to go to the aluminum. See where we're at on the aluminum. I guess, I'm sure I have enough fuel. Let's see. I don't know if it's worth moving this one or not. This not being able to cut from here across, going around this way is pretty far. That's why I thought of moving it to here. I mean, look at this. Copper, copper, copper. You could actually get this copper, this cobalt, this aluminum. Actually, kind of need another aluminum one. Maybe I'll leave this one here, and later on I'll put another aluminum one there, or yeah, probably there. All right, let's go check on our aluminum. See if we can get through without flipping the truck over again. Oh shoot! Oh shoot! 4 low. There we go. Engage lockers. Whoa! I've not mastered the art of the... Maybe we can find a pig over here while we're here. Oh, shoot! Oh, no. Thank goodness that tree was there, dude. I would have ended up in that lake down there. This is the way to go, right? Yeah. Left turn, Clyde. Just got a little out of shape. We're okay. We're okay. We're doing fine. I might have to do another couple days of stuff on my own to get some of this stuff going, but It's, trust me, it's, you don't want to, you don't want to literally just sitting inside the house melting rocks waiting for the extractors to give me some stuff, and actually hoping that more Vambies come over, or I run up to the village every other day and kill some up there. So this is what I was talking about, this region here. You see how big this deserty area looks? Look at all the rocks, right? We can stop here on the way back and collect a bunch of clay if we want. And it's even bigger. It goes, see, it's all here still. And it's farther off to the right over there as well. It's a big area of desert and just stones everywhere. Stones everywhere. Starting to use some fuel now. I clipped him. He didn't make any noise, but I hit him. See, I completely bypassed this village by cutting cross country. Should be right up here on the... This is the desert I end up running through right there, I believe. It's this big mound here on the right. Yeah. Another big desert here. We could troll this desert a little bit and see if we can find a pig. And make sure I turn it off. I don't want to be idling with the way gas prices are nowadays. So we found that fox. All right, we found the fox in the brown area. So I'm thinking this is piggy territory. Let's go get our aluminum first. I think I was here just a few days ago. Maybe only 2 days ago. I don't remember. Oh, not too bad. Just take all. I forgot to bring biofuel like an idiot. Okay. It's not too bad. It seems like I don't know if there's a method to it or not, but it seems like it does pretty good on aluminum. Kind of, I guess it's like the copper. But I mean, that's a fair amount of aluminum for just two or 3 days. All right, while we're here, we're looking for a piggy. We have that whole other desert area too that we were driving through. I could also go for, I guess I could get some clay right now, depending on what I want to do with clay. Doesn't take long. It doesn't take long with my new pick. I should have made this pick a long time ago. I didn't realize that you could sharpen them. I don't know if that's new or I didn't remember it. Or I definitely didn't ever make a grinder before to sharpen things, but that is really cool. I kind of got annoyed with all my other little things. See what I'm saying, though? Like, there's so many rocks here. It's easy to find the clay ones right here. Plus, if you want to stock up on, like, hundreds of stone, you can. Look, it's all... That way I'm looking. Look at this. It goes all this way. This little section here we went through that looked really big, it was only that little part. Look how big this whole area is here. It's just enormous. So easy to see all the stones. Look at all the stones. Like, really, if you need it's iron. It's iron for days is all this is, but we need a piggy. Neener. Piggy. Where's the piggy? The wiki's okay. It's the problem is some of the information is still from before the update. The update changed it changed the map. It didn't change everything, so some of, a lot of it's still valid, but it's kind of annoying when you're like, "What? They don't do that." Why didn't was that empty? Was my water empty? Because it didn't go up. We'll keep an eye out for a pumpkin. Keep an eye out for a pumpkin. Pumpkin time for days. We should have multiples of 10 here. If we got up one of them, we missed one. Where'd I miss one? That sucks, dude. Everything, you got to get them all. How did I miss one? It had to be the, oh, shoot. Stone. I don't remember where that other one was. I missed one. It went flying. Yeah, everything's multiples of 10, so. Oh, okay, so I'm spending some time out in the desert. First time in a long time I'm seeing the sun affect me. That's probably affecting my water as well. See a Vambi up there, right over there. Looking for a pig, man. What are you doing in the desert with no shirt on, dude? Nothing. Rip. You know, with the wide open area, too, you think that you'd be able to see the animals better. Because I can see pretty far. Now, the piggy was kind of like the fox. It didn't automatically aggro on you until you kind of went up to it, I think. Oh, no, a wolf. What? What does that mean? Oh, shoot. All right, he infected me. Kneecap. Oh, my truck is pretty far away. A wolf? What? Why would a wolf be in the desert with their coat? Right? We need to go back, or I need to find some pumpkin action. I think I drank my water and didn't refill it like an idiot. I think my truck's over here. Oh yeah, it's right over here. It's not too far away. There's a raccoon. I thought, I did see a warthog pig on the road, and I think it was either here, coming back from here, or no, I don't think it was here now. I think it was here. I think. And I didn't do anything with it because I was on foot, right? In the middle of nowhere. So no butcher table. I didn't have my cart to throw it in. I'm trying to think. No, the first place I took the cart was here. Yeah, I went because I was going to leave it here. Then I took it with me. Then I went back. Then I went. Yeah, so I think it was right in here, which means it's this kind of desert area that I'm in right now. I think. Is that a rock over there or a pig? It's a rock. Where's my truck at? There it is. Oh, dude, I'm starting to feel the water. I got to get out of here. Getting lightheaded. I know I'm low on food too, but if I eat, basically everything I has is minus thirst, with the exception of the squash, the pumpkin. We got to get out of here. I'm guessing the wolf is just going to give me... I think more than anything, I just want to see, like, if you get this bacon, you know, from the pig. Everything so far, crocodiles, raccoons, foxes, bears, deer, all give me regular meat and one liver. So I'm guessing it gives me one bacon? Is it going to give me one bacon and a bunch of raw meat? That would be weird. But there's no way it can give me a bunch of bacon, because if it did, I could crank up my stamina like crazy as long as I have enough potatoes. Go through a village, man, you get potatoes for days. Now I'm on a quest to find another dang pig. See, I think this area here isn't desert. This is that darker one, like the Cobalt region. That desert down there is huge, though. Maybe where I want to put that other aluminum extractor up to the northeast. That, if... Jesus. Oh, no! What? Deuce, dude, I got my truck stuck, I think. Come on, where's that 4-axle steering at? I think I'm on a stump. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh my god. I took that corner a little strong. A little strong on the corner action. Keep an eye out for a pumpkin if you see one go flying by at 100 miles an hour. I was using the handbrake too. I guess S seemed like it was slowing me down too. S actually nosedives the truck, where the handbrake, I guess the handbrake does too. I don't know. It's tough to tell going this slow. Alright, we're chewing through the fuel a bit now, goofing. Oh, shoot. Alright, that was S and handbrake. We're almost home. We're almost home. Just cruise by our copper mine. We don't need to stop right now. Coming in hot. Oh, no! I did it again. This thing's got no articulation, man. You just roll. All right. See, hopefully I have water here that I did not grab before. Yeah. There, I'm feeling better now. I'm feeling a lot better. Let's grab that wolf. Guess it's going to give us a piece of liver. You know, it'd be crazy if this wolf gave us bacon. Then I'm like, a forfeit. I quit. Wolves don't give bacon. All right. And it gave us, yeah, a piece of liver. That's what I thought. Oh, shoot. Why am I so heavy? Oh, the clay. I'm going to go put the clay away. I'm not going to go all the way down to the water to wash my hands like this. I think I can probably fill this one up with clay. There we go. Let's go wash our hands before we go ridiculous mode. Alright, I don't think I have an onion on me, but I should be able to grab one of my onions. No onion on me. So we'll grab an onion. Grab this one. Put the onion sprout back. It's full of water, so it'll start growing. Hopefully we'll get a rainstorm to keep that water going. Alright, so liver, onion, raw meat. I don't have a potato on me. Dang it. I don't think I have any uncooked potatoes in here. Nope. Alright, we'll go with potato then. Harvest. Potato sprout. Oh, that water's really low. Alright, got a potato though. Boop! Alright, so onion, liver, potato. Oh, it gave me 2 potatoes, raw meat. Craft. This thing's probably dead. Oh, it's got a sliver left. I could put some firewood in there. Firewood. All right, that's cooking. Oh, do 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 do. Boop boop. And iron. Okay. What else do I have in my inventories here? Bandages, that, cucumber seeds. I want to see how much, what did I put in here? Yeah, we need all this stuff too. I'm an idiot. I always forget. Why is he clicking? Why isn't he taking all? You jerk. Cook down some aluminium. All right, let's check on our oil. 5 while we were gone. So if I put this in there, I have 2 left over, then we know it's 5 every time. 3 left over. Oh, I put... How much did I put in before? Anyway, we should be... Yep. 10 more minutes to get another gas can. And why don't we check and see how much gas this puts in. How do I add gas to it? Cargo box. Is there a gas tank somewhere? Engine? Oh, right, engine hood. Open inventory to add gas. Close. Oh, that one can, look, it's full. So one can went from where we're... I can't look down, but if you started empty, you got small dot, right? And they increase in size. So 1, 2, 3 dots. We were somewhere between right around 3 to 3.5 dots. And one can took us from there. One can was at least half a tank, right? So that's really good. It's not like we have to have 20 cans. I like that. I like that idea. I definitely like that. See how fast this goes? You're like, I'm doing stuff right now, and then before you know it, it's good to go. All right, so we have another 5 cans here that we can put in there. All right, so aluminum. I might as well just mix and match these now instead of dragging them in. Keep going on our iron. We'll keep filling these bad boys up. Next time out, I can get a whole bunch of rocks, right? If I want. I mean, I don't know how many this holds. Let's see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And I think there's 1 row, 2 rows, 3 rows of 13, possibly? Versus a crate of rocks. I'm just trying to think of, like, if taking a crate, right? So you got 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10. So you got 40. You know what I'm saying? Like, do I need to put rock crates in here or just use those? If I'm going hunting for rocks, why worry about it, right? I didn't even have to hit her. Oh, bandages. Oh, thank you so much for the bandages. Anyway, you guys, that's going to do it for me. It's made it to... Actually, we started the Vambi event, right? And then we made it to 9 o'clock at night. I'm going to keep doing this, which is super fun. I do this for hours. It's not like I can walk away from my computer and just let it run, because those... I don't ever really know when the events are going to happen. And... Oh, those are both aluminums. And I don't want them busting my house or a bear charging me, so I have to stay here at it. Cool. We're actually doing a lot of things, getting a lot of stuff done in the game. Pretty cool so far. All right, you guys hit that like button. Join me next episode.